Well, good morning. Happy Monday. Hopefully, I'm recording this on Friday. Hopefully, by the time Monday rolls around, the rains have stopped here in the Midwest. More significantly, the fires have been brought under control out on the West Coast. Talking with friends in the Pacific Northwest and realizing how frightfully bad these fires are at this moment. Certainly. 2020 just is a gift that keeps on giving, and I'm hoping, praying that we learn our lessons of humility and have some understanding of how dependent we are on God's provision, because we cannot control so much of this. So about 20 years ago or so, we had a family reunion, my family. So I'm the oldest of 5 kids. My 4 siblings and their spouses and their kids and my parents all went to Pensacola, Florida, where we had had some spring break vacations, 40 years ago. And one night, my siblings and their spouses and Sherry and I went out to dinner. And we were out for a couple hours. When we came back, my dad, we were staying in one big place. We came back, and the kids are, the place is a complete disaster. And the kids are running around screaming and jumping on the beds and doing all this stuff. And my dad, I don't remember where my mom was. My dad is in the middle of all this, reading the paper, oblivious. And I sort of look around and I go, Dad, hello? I go, what's going on? He looks, he goes, oh, I think the kids are having fun. I'm like, of course they're having fun. They've trashed the place. They're jumping on the bed. I go, we left you in charge. He goes, yeah, well, they got a little riled up. They watched a lot of TV and did video games, and then they were just sort of, a little rambunctious. I'm like, you let them play video games? Now, you have to understand. Growing up, if I asked my dad for 25 cents to play pinball, not only did I not get 25 cents, I got a 25-minute lecture about the virtues of hard work and the importance of saving money and all of that. So I'm going, you let them play video games. He had taken them to some video arcade. You let them play video games, and now you're letting them watch TV and jump on the beds. Who are you? Like, what alien has stolen your brain? Well, the fact of the matter is, he was a grandparent, not a parent. And that captures a little bit of the tension that we actually find in the book of Hebrews. More than other books, more than other letters, the book of Hebrews captures the tension and the mystery that we find in the Christian faith. There's just a number of places where it seems as though in the Christian life, generally, it seems as though we're being told opposite things. Like in Luke, Jesus says, don't fear him who's able to destroy your body, unable to destroy your soul. Instead, fear him who's able to destroy both body and soul in hell. In other words, fear God. And then the very next verse, it says, are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 pennies? And are you not worth much more than them? Don't rest, relax. And you go, well, wait, which is it? On one hand, you're telling me that I've got to be, I need to have this sense of terror. That's too strong a word. Holy fear, reverence. I need to be overawed by God and his power. I need to think about all this. On the other hand, you're saying, yeah, relax, take it easy. And there's so many places where we've got these seemingly contradictory things. The Trinity, in one sense, is you've got one God and 3 persons. It's not a logical contradiction. It's not one God and 3 gods, or one person and 3 persons. It's one God and 3 persons, but it's a mystery. It's beyond our ability to grasp. And then we've got the tension with the incarnation. Jesus is fully God, and yet he's fully human. And then we see this in other things, just even in who we are. Psalm 8 talks about the fact that it starts off by being amazed at God and creation and how big it is and how small we are, insignificant we are. And then it talks about our dignity. And of course the classic, God's sovereignty, election, and man's free will and choice. And so there's a lot of these things where we see this tension. And I think we just have to understand that the Christian life and the Christian life goes beyond our labor grade. We can't fully comprehend everything that's going on. So I want to say this. In Hebrews, again, Hebrews really exacerbates this because it talks a lot about the fact that we need to be diligent, we need to push on, we need to seize hold of what has been offered to us. We can't, we shouldn't slip away. And we're going to see this in the rest of Hebrews chapter 5. Going to get a little scolding here, but then there's also this whole thing about, since we have such a great high priest, we get to relax. Since we have this defense attorney, we approach the throne of grace. So I just want to say, you likely have a default in one way or the other. You likely default to, I get to relax, it's fine. In which case I want to say, hey, you need to work out your salvation. And again, we're going to see this tomorrow. Or maybe you think it's all about you, at which point I want to say, it's not. You're just not that important. And everything that needs to be done for your salvation is done by Christ. So there's a tension there. It's present throughout the book of Hebrews. It's part of the Christian life. And I want to encourage you to, whichever side of the horse you're falling off on, to realize that and to take whatever steps you need to take to bring that into balance. So rest and get after it. Have a good day.